Now, for those of you who do have a family, you really need to get them on board. You need to make sure they understand, hey, I'm going to need time. Um, I'm going to need a set amount of hours every day to work this business. And they're going to hopefully be on board with that. It's going to be tough, but you can do it. It's very important. If they're not going to be on board, it's going to be much harder to get this done. They're going to need to believe in you. They're going to need to understand, hey, for 4 hours or 3 hours, just leave them alone or whatever you got to do. But getting your family on board is really, really important. And you're going to need to adjust your daily schedule to be able to fit the business in there to operate it. Now, this is going to be for a lot of people. People ask me all the time, hey, how do you, I know I'm not trying to talk about myself, but they say, hey, how do you know so much? How do you know these things about business? How is it that you're able to do this? And my first answer is, I don't spend all day on social media. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm learning. If when I have free time, I spend it learning. People will spend hours on social media. So you're going to need to adjust that stuff. If you watch shows, if you're like a binge watcher, you're going to have to get off of that stuff. Now, I went through a long period where I didn't watch anything. I didn't even know about shows or whatever was going on. I went to go see movies, but I didn't binge Netflix show after show after show. And it can be very enticing because the shows are pretty good. So I would sit around with friends or family and they'd all be talking about the shows and I have no idea what they're talking about because I didn't do that. So that is something, if you are a binge watcher or if you are on social media a lot of times, get off of it. Adjust your schedule. You have time that you just don't know. Go on your phone and check how long you are on TikTok, how long you're on Instagram or Facebook. How much time do you really spend on them? And you'll know. For me, I have a show that I really like on Netflix. And while I eat, if I'm working from home, during the time of my meal is the time that I get to watch it. So it could take me, weeks just to finish one episode because I pause it, and that's if I'm working from home. So I just get through it a little bit at a time. But it is what it is. I'm not going to sit there and binge all these shows. It does nothing for you. It's fun, cool, this and that, maybe on the weekends, but until you are at a spot where you really have a whole lot of that free time, I would suggest get off of all social media, unless you're doing it for business, and get off of the shows. You don't need them. Hope you're doing something, and I'll see you in another video.